Cam Newton here with my dog Peggy.
Yeah.
Hey, we welcome back to 4th and 1 where we always got it done. Hey, I had the opportunity to play against this particular gentleman, man, and we had some battles. I present to some, introduce to others, New Orleans Saints' very own, Demario Davis.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening, people? What's happening? How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all living?
Top of the morning to you.
You're in the spot. Have me in the spot.
Man, listen, bro. What's the key to longevity in this league?
Man, dog. I think I can't say what the key is for everybody because everybody different, but mine is a recipe. Like number one is my faith. I think you can't make it this far going into year 15 without a lot of favor, or luck, whatever you want to call it. I got an incredible team, so what my offseason and season look like, I mean, the car is always in the shop, you know what I mean? 5-6 days during the season, I'm on the table after practice, getting recovery, phenomenal training team. Then I think I got a organization that really take care of me, like from training camp to the season. Like we have a plan to make sure that I'm good. They ain't just grinding me in the dirt. And I think, man, most importantly, this ain't talked about enough, but man, I walk around light. Like my mind is clear, my spirit is clear, like my conscience is clear. So I don't walk around with a lot of weight of anxiety, doubt. Man, those internal things that really weigh you down, like that stress, the body keep the score. So my joints don't hurt from the game, but it also don't hurt from stress. Like I don't roll out of bed hurting because I'm carrying the weight of life. Like I'm carrying the weight of my family. I'm carrying the weight of just a whole bunch of stuff that people in our position, man, you really like carrying whole communities. You really carrying whole cities. I don't walk around with that because of my faith. And I get that to the king, man. That ain't mine to carry. So I don't walk around with that internal. So that keep me light. And I think that plays a big difference.
Man, listen, as we talk about, longevity, as we talk about just successful careers, being a specific individual, for the people, tell them where you're from.
Mississippi, man.
Mississippi.
601.
So,
cricket letter.
You know what I'm saying? How has have you felt like a responsibility to reach back? And why I say that is, I seen how you interact with your 7-on-7 team. Not sure if you still are rocking and rolling with that, but I saw you from afar and how you pour life into those gentlemen, and understanding that, number one, when you're talking about country, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee to a degree, a lot of people are kind of slept on because they don't deem talent to come from there.
Yeah.
Being from a state like Mississippi, how has that growth or how is that responsibility for you to give back meant to you?
Man, you know what it's like, man. I seen you from afar doing the same thing. Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, all these spaces that kind of could be in the shadows of these marginalized communities. You going in there and pulling out the best, the gold out of them, so you know what it's like. Coming from Mississippi, it's an underdog place. It's like, if you look at the numbers, Mississippi is 50th on almost every major statistic, education, health, economy, all these different things, and it's like, okay, we could be forgotten and thought about, and so it's like, man, when you get on that national stage, it's really about making sure that you represent and also making sure that you go back. And I think, especially early in my career, that was the first thing I wanted to do. I feel like to whom much is given, much is required. So I felt like there was a responsibility for me to make sure that I was leaving the doorway open, that I was building bridges for the people who were in those communities to get out. And it's great to see like people who came through our program now being in the NFL, being doctors, going to Ivy League schools because of a lot of the bridges that we created. But I think that's just to anybody man, when you overcome your problem. Here I was, man, when I was in high school, I got expelled from school. My first year in college at Arkansas State, I almost threw it all away. I went to jail. But I had people who stepped into my life and changed the trajectory of my life, and here I am today. So I think there's a responsibility when you overcome a problem, when you overcome your situation, you get to fulfillment. You got a responsibility to do the same for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And I see you doing that a lot, so you understand it.
For sure.
And y'all talked about longevity in the NFL. And everybody that walks through those hallways, walks in that locker room, isn't the heart and soul of their team. And we had a moment before the cameras cut on, we talked about you being that heart and soul, and me seeing you in the middle of the huddle, like you feel you when you walk on the field. Like, what are the intangibles? What goes into somebody being the heart and soul of their team?
Well, I never set out to be a heart and soul of anything. I never set out to be like the man, or the captain. It's always just been about respect and relationships for me. Like, I never wanted to. It wasn't about a big contract. It wasn't about Super Bowls. I wanted the respect of my peers. Yeah. Like when I walk in, I want people to feel like, man, that dude right there, he a real one. Like it's about the respect. Like, and you don't have to have a conversation to get that. Like and then it's about the relationship. It's about caring for the people, like knowing their life, knowing they live situations, knowing what their parent dynamic was, knowing what, them and their girlfriend or their spouse dynamic is, them and their kids, like having a relationship with them. I could care less about who they are on the football field. We're just teammates, but off the field, we brothers. We walking through life together, and we all trying to figure this out. Like we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, but you got somebody that, man, you call them, they're going to get in the boat with you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be there to rock with you. That's what it's been about for me. And so I think when you move in that type of way, it's authentic.
Yeah.
People know if you got a hidden agenda. Right. They know if you own something else, but they know if you there for them for real. And that's how I try to show up. Is like all my guys know, like, man, I care about their situation. Thanks. I care about, making sure they go from point A to point B. Like, it ain't just about me. I ain't just trying to walk in the locker room and get a win for Demario. I'm trying to get a win for each individual. Like, what's important to you? I want to help you get there. And it's genuine. And I was raised like that. Man, growing up, my grandmother had 10 kids. My mom was the baby, so I had a bunch of cousins around. And that's what my grandma was feeding 10 kids, all her grandbabies, but then would open up the house and feed the neighborhood. Yeah. Like, I'm like, Grandma, how you even doing this on food stamps? Like what in the world? And like,
Grandma had the
man, I don't know how she was making that stress. Like, you think about that, but now I know it was God's hand. It was like Jesus feeding the 5,000. Yeah. Like, when you got a heart like that, it just keep flowing because your hand's open. Yeah. So that's just how I try to live.
Well, we got Demario Davis here. Obviously, well, not obviously. For those who didn't know, he's a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. Being in that position, that comes with a lot of responsibility of give back and charity and philanthropic kind of, deeds. As you approach, another year, or as those years accumulated, what's the biggest kind of turnoff that you see young players, rookies primarily, make stepping into a locker room in the NFL?
Man, I think they just coming from a different world to it's a lot of me-centered and what can I get, and I think there's a responsibility on leadership to kind of shift that. Yeah. Don't be a thermometer, be a thermostat. Yeah. Set the temperature. It's like you looking at coming out of, high school and colleges. I don't like my situation. I'm going to go somewhere else. Who can pay me what? Like, it's extraction. But it's like, man, how do you provide value? How do you show up to give something? And I think, like, leadership matters. Like, man, these coaches who just in the middle of the season hop and go to another school, what do you think you signal to the player? Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, I respect y'all. I love this situation. I love the culture we done built. But I got a better situation over here. I'm hopping. Like, what do you think you telling young people who seeing that? What do you think they get in relationships and they got children? It's like, but I don't like this situation. I'm just going to go find another one. Yeah. You can't do that. You it's like being a man, there's a responsibility in that. And, like, that's what I love about the award of Man of the Year is because each team is hosting up somebody saying, hey, this is somebody that's our community champion. Sure. This is somebody that's our leader. And I take that responsibility not lightly. I think the NFL, the Walter Payton family, nationwide have done a great job of elevating this award to the forefront of the NFL. Mm-hmm. This is the most prestigious honor that you can get. Mm-hmm. It's higher than MVP because the MVP is great because it's just on the field. But our game is so much more than just this great game. It's how you show up in the community. You look at Super Bowl, people are here a week before the game even happens, out here interacting in the community, dealing with people who are in San Francisco, and like it just lights up an entire place. And that responsibility, it means something. It's something. And okay, what am I gonna do when I'm in that spotlight? Well, I'm gonna set the temperature in the room. I'm gonna say this is what we're gonna be. We're gonna be men of integrity. Yeah. We're gonna be men that represent. We're gonna be not only people who play at the highest level, we're gonna be the people who show you how to go take care of your neighbor. We're gonna also show you how to collaborate. You got 32 players, and one of the guys on the phone call say, you know what? We all winners. We ain't just one of us who get that trophy. Yeah, you want to win the trophy, but it's really about all of us coming together. So what do? We found a organization that we can support here in San Francisco. We all coming together. We're going to collaborate and talk about how do we continue to work together to go in the community. If we didn't have this platform, those conversations wouldn't be had, and that level of impact wouldn't be had. And it's maximized because of the platform of the NFL, because of partners with Nationwide, because of the Payton family. These things wouldn't be possible to, like, people would still do the work, but it wouldn't scale to this magnitude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's what's cool about it.
I just feel like, bro, you know, whether you win or not, I think the fact that you are rendering your services in a way that is a beacon of hope, like I mentioned, that's impactful for its own right, bro. Talking to a person who's rendered time, energy, effort, funds, insight, so much stuff. So thank you for the people who may not ever be able to say thank you. Yeah. You're a real one for that, man.
No, let me make sure I give you your flowers, bro, because I see the behind the scenes, bro. Yeah. Like, you know, a lot of people see mainstream Cam, but I see behind the scenes, and brother, what I see you do every time is give. Yeah. Like, you giving your time, you giving your resources, you giving your wisdom, you give, bro. And like, man, a lot of times people don't get their flowers in their lifetime.
Yes, sir.
But even what you're doing with your platform is you creating opportunity, you creating space,
yes, sir.
And you showing people you a leader, you pioneering, and you consistent. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I just respect that. I want you to know, man, like, I'm giving you your flowers, bro, that you leading in a unique way, bro, and don't change up.
Man, appreciate you, bro. Demario Davis here, man. Walter Payton, Man of the Year nominee. Best of luck for you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anything that we could do to help you, bro, you got to definitely come back when we're on set in Atlanta, and we can rock and roll. Talk about them battles that we used to have back in the day.
For sure. Blessing, King.
All right.
Yep.
Man, I love you.
All right, man.